Okay. So I think that we still have some time if you want to grab a glass of water or recheck a bit your presentations. We will start in like seven minutes or so.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Paula.
Good
Hello, Reina.
morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. We will be waiting another 5 minutes
Yes.
to let the others to join, maybe a bit more than five, because sometimes it takes
Uh,
longer to connect everything. But
yes, I
yes,
wanted to go to connect earlier to see if everything was okay. So
on our side, everything is fine.
good.
We're ready.
So, Paula, as we discussed now for the round table, it would be nice if you could elaborate a little more on how you're integrating specific aspects into training, no? Because as we know, in Icarus we don't really produce training
Yes, yes.
material. No, it's kind of, because it's also like it's a rather diverse project, So I
Yeah.
think that would be wonderful. I cannot really address this well
Yes, I
enough, no,
will.
but with
Yeah.
your combination, that I think would be excellent. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Very good.
Thank you. How much time is the round table? That I don't.
It is not very long actually,
Okay.
and depends really on how the things will evolve.
Well,
So
okay.
we are dedicating to 20, 30 minutes tops, but
Okay.
depends.
Okay.
If there are more questions coming from the audience, we will give
Mm-hmm.
priority to that.
Okay.
So.
So if I may ask, with respect to the project, you will start with the Niagara, then Icarus, then FUELGAE.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have our agenda, right?
Yeah, but it's just it's all in brackets, no? So I just wanted to confirm. No, it's fine.
In brackets. No, it's
I have
it's
this.
set.
Maybe it's an older one. No problem. So how many registrations do you have?
We have around 40.
Okay, very nice.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, we will give another 2-3 minutes for the others to connect, and we will be slowly starting. In any case, the webinar is recorded, and we will make it available for everyone that registered. We really hope that it was no glitch with the time, with the hour, because we got the good reminders with the good hours. But yes, let's see.
Michaela, sorry, you are mute.
No, no worries. We haven't started officially, so
Okay.
so it's fine. We are giving another minute because Eleonora just sent another reminder since there is this hour glitch. We were thinking that maybe other colleagues also received the reminder with the wrong hour. But just now when she shared the reminder, I see the hours are fine. So shouldn't be an issue. In any case, in 1 minute we start. I promise you that. Okay, we see that some more are joining, and in any case, during the meeting, we are waiting for all the others as well. I think that this is the moment that we will officially start our webinar. Thank you very much for joining today, and thank you very much for the interest shown in our proposal to have a nice discussion about how to teach energy transition, especially focused on bringing circular bio-based energy innovation from EU projects into the classroom. My name is Mihaela Mira. I am the program manager within Lomartov, a partner in NIAGARA project that you will hear about later today. And I would like specifically to thank also to our colleagues from ICARUS and FUELGAE that accepted the challenge to be part of our webinar and to present their results so far achieved in the project, and to disseminate this through all the interested parties. I will just briefly get you through our agenda, and I will be starting with a small presentation about how education represents a tool to improve social acceptance of the technology advancements. Let me share with you briefly the agenda for all of you to see. It is just setting the scene presentation for all of you to understand how this idea came to us in a NIAGARA project. Then we will try to introduce to all of you results coming from 3 EU projects, NIAGARA on the one hand, and then ICARUS and FUELGAE. All 3 of them are related to bio-based fuels and bio-based solutions that aim to be sustainable and support energy transition. And after these 3 presentations, we will open the floor for a roundtable and some discussion related on how we bring these EU research results within projects to academia, and we make them fit for the education system. We have some questions, let's say, in mind, but here we will give more priority to questions coming from audience. So if you have any questions, please be ready after these 3 projects presentations to intervene and to ask our speakers directly for clarifications. And you can use the chat, or we will also open the floor directly to all of you. And we hope to close around 12 o'clock after a wrap up and some key takeaways from this meeting. Seeing that, well, more of you are joining, let me start with our first presentation. So as I was promising, just setting a bit the scene for from the NIAGARA project to state how we have how we have reached this idea of organizing a webinar dedicated to science education, and how we consider that education can become a tool to improve also the social acceptance of technological advancements and to support this work. I will not insist very much on the presentation coming from NIAGARA project, because my colleague Gabriel will do so in his intervention, just to present the fact that in our project, we aim to produce advanced biofuels from carbohydrate-rich microalgae and biogenic waste from European Union, and to employ a fully circular approach to ensure the sustainability of the entire value chain. In the end, our aim is to reduce the carbon footprint, to support the energy transition, and to achieve more sustainable biofuels for various applications. We have a very nice consortium coordinated by CEA from France, and Gabriel is representing University of Almeria. And well, you will hear more about the full research concept within the NIAGARA a bit later on in Gabriel's intervention. What I would like to to state is that in our NIAGARA project, we try to improve the social acceptance of such solutions, because we understand that the technological performance only and the technological developments are not enough for the society to accept this kind of results, because often bio-based energy systems, but also other technological advancements, are facing a lot of issues that are related to various topics, like, for instance, and the most important one is related to awareness and education. The society, in order to accept new advancements, need clarity for the technology developments, the impacts that this technology is generating, and the benefits that the society will have upon the deployment of the technology. Also, these systems often face issues of trust and legitimacy, because they need to trust the institutions, the developers, the researchers that are presenting this technology to them. Also, they want to have a procedural fairness. They want to understand that this process is transparent. They have the capacity and the possibility to participate in decisions making and to build this long-term support. Also, they want to get benefits out of these new solutions, because in the end, in these EU projects, we imply public money, so money coming from all of us. And it's not about those benefits that we can prove with very specific reports, but when we talk about society, we talk about the perceived benefits. So what society understands as an economic gain, or maybe it's a cleaner environment, or maybe more autonomy, like we are talking in energy transition. We talk about energy autonomy and source. Also, it's a matter of framing and communication, because most of the times when we use the idea of wastewater, and so on, people tend to be skeptical. Also, they tend to support new solutions to improve energy transition, but when it comes for these solutions to be deployed in their backyard or in their environment, in their community, they are a bit more skeptical, and they resist because they don't understand how this will impact even more their community and their lives. In NIAGARA, we are using responsible research and innovation perspective as a framework to make sure that the innovation is not only technically sound, but also it's ethical, it's socially relevant, transparent, and accessible for the public. We want the participants, and especially in NIAGARA so far, we are talking about our consortium, our partners, to reflect on how this technology will interact with the society, and how the public will react to that, and what is the public real need, and how NIAGARA is responding to that. And we have examined all the 6 RRI dimensions. So we talked about ethics, public engagement, governance, science education, gender equality, and open access, and we want to apply it to our NIAGARA solution. And by doing so, we have reached some actionable measures for each and one of these dimensions. And one of the actionable measures under the science education dimension was exactly organizing webinars like this, where we make available the technological solution, the research advancements in the project to the academia sector in order to improve acceptance and also uptake of these results in their everyday work. Therefore, we consider, and as I was mentioning before, education, raising awareness, understanding better the technology, builds and supports social acceptance, because on the one hand, it reduces the knowledge gaps. It has webinars like these and tools that are developed within the EU project help to explain the technologies better and to simplify the complicated research terminology and results. This education is countering misinformation, so people get real information, correct and complete and accurate from researchers that develop this kind of results, and increase scientific literacy, supporting students, academia, early stage researchers to have full information and up-to-date information coming from the project. Also, it builds transparency and trust because it communicates the benefits, but you know very well as researchers, you all the time communicate also the risks, or also the fails and the things that didn't work in your research. It explains uncertainties, and we aim to do it honestly because it's important for the others to understand what it didn't work or what we didn't manage to cover. In this way, new work can be done in that field. And we aim to show evidence and life cycle impacts because in most of the projects we are having all kinds of assessments that are supporting these technological developments. The aim is, of course, especially when we talk about education and social acceptance, to connect innovation to the daily life, because this is how people will relate to it. And even if there are, let's say, more coming from academia or from research, still we are all people that in our daily life we want to have better quality, better solutions, and better access to sources. So we want to change a bit the framing from using waste to producing energy, for instance, for using wastewater to convert it into a resource, and to have a circular economy framework always in our mind. The aim of education is, of course, to create future transition actors, because all of our public today, all of our participants, and the ones that will be following the recording of this webinar or the results of your projects in your social media, publications, and so on, can be students that will be the future researchers that will uptake this work and continue it and taking it further, can be engineers that might work directly with these solutions once they will be scaled up and introduced into the market, can be policymakers that will regulate everything around the solutions that you developed, or simply they will become informed citizens that will understand better how the technology works behind the efforts that were done in order to achieve the results, and will be more resistant to fake news, misinformation, and misunderstanding the results and what is happening in innovation and in their daily life. What we aim and what we have in mind also for this webinar and for our science education. So we have EU research projects that are developing a lot of very nice things, and some we will be seeing today, but are not the only ones. And these are in general scientific results. We focus on, because it's research, we focus a lot on scientific results, scientific achievements, and so on. But in the same time, all the EU projects, and you know it very well, develop education-ready content. Maybe we don't see it as such, but still can be a very nice content to be used, because we develop case studies. we have laboratory results, we have simulations, we have reports of all kinds, and we have explainer videos. So all these can be adapted or directly even used for education content and for academia target group. In this way, and by our work, we make sure that research becomes more accessible. So it's not contained only to the project partners or the researchers that are very, very interested in the topic and the field, that the complex system become more understandable. And in this way, people are more motivated to contribute and to work on this, that students connect theory with real world challenges. I think all of us, when we were in our study time, we have this question: how is this helping me later on, or how this can be applied? So by showing this result in new projects and how we go from research and scientific results to real life applications, I think students can connect this theory with real world. And our target group is ready to continue and expand the work. Even if we talk about future researchers, even if we talk about future policymakers, or even private engineers or company owners that will uptake these results. What to have in mind throughout the webinar today? The main message from our part is that technology succeed only if society understands and trusts them, and we are the society, all of us. It doesn't matter if we are more prepared or less prepared, more knowledgeable or less knowledgeable. We are the society, and we need to understand all this. That knowledge reduces fear and misinformation and makes us support the new developments and the new solutions, that transparency and inclusion are essential, that research results can become teaching resources. So try to see every time you are developing a new result that this might be also a teaching opportunity, and that today learners will shape tomorrow's energy system. So the energy that we are investing now will pay off later on when it will be even more developed. Because the end game is to bridge education with innovation and society. And by this, I thank you all for taking the time to listen to our very introductory presentation. You can scan this QR code and join our community, and in this way you will be kept updated with the NIAGARA results. Of course, we are on LinkedIn, so you can follow us also there. And by this, I know that you are already very interested in hearing the real research results that I promised you so much and that I was repeating in my presentation. And we will continue again with the NIAGARA presentation. And I will ask Gabriel Ancien from Almeria University to present the work achieved so far in our NIAGARA project that is far from being ended, but still results are there. Gabriel, you have the floor.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Michaela, and congratulations for the excellent presentation that you provide, because you more or less summarize all the most relevant topics to be discussed, to be presented today. I suppose that you can see the screen, right?
Yes, I can confirm it's in full screen. It's perfect.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks also for inviting me to try to provide our vision from the University of Almeria about how to translate the results from European projects into learning materials or resources especially for students. And this is, as you already mentioned, part of the NIAGARA project. I will try to add some points to the excellent presentation that you performed. The first one is concerning the relevance of this topic, because we know that the society, the policymakers, the policy in general, are pushing us to move to a more sustainable economy, to provide a solution for the global challenges that the society is facing in the last century. And that is not only related with the development of new technologies. We need also to educate professionals to introduce the society to these topics, and as you already say, to make the language accessible and understandable in order to facilitate the real implementation of the technological advances in the society. Then this is not a non-relevant topic, it's a very, very relevant topic, and the transition is not only a function of new technologies, it's to involve the people in this transition and pushing them to implement the new technologies. You also mentioned that we have plenty of European or research projects in general. In this project, we produce a large set of informations, new technologies. We have plenty of European projects, laboratory studies, and modelings, etc. Also, we have a large set of pilot facilities and demonstrators that are typically announced in the emails and the message, etc. And reports, we have a large set of reports. Most of them are open access, and they are also included in database at European level, etc. However, the transition, the use of this information to be part of the programs in the universities or other level studies is not real. Then we need to put more efforts in this topic, because also it's a valuable tool in order to prevent wrong research or misunderstanding in how the technologies must to be managed or included improved in the next steps. The problem is to solve this gap. The scenario is quite clear. We have plenty of technical documents, plenty of reports, etc. However, the language, the style of this material is not easy to manage for the students. Then we need to translate this information into more suitable materials that the students can manage properly. The typical example is to translate research output like scientific papers in teaching modules explaining how the technologies work. Pilot plan data are very useful to perform exercise with the students about the efficiency of the technologies, the conditions that the different technologies require to be realistic, etc. In the last time, a large effort has been also developed in the development of virtual laboratories, because these virtual laboratories allow to the students to operate more or less with the real systems and to be conscious about the relevance of operational conditions, including the organization of the processes in the final performance of the system, also to be aware of the relevance of the magnitudes. I mean, when you are thinking in whatever technology, you must to be conscious about the scale that this technology is feasible or not only from the technical point of view, but also from the marketability point of view. And finally, one very important tool is the classroom discussion about industrial case studies. This is also a very interesting tool, because the students can discuss about not only the existing technology, but also to think about why not to try other alternatives, why not to think in other solutions that can solve the bottlenecks that are typically identified in whatever industrial case study.